It is C6 to Miami.
Alrighty, I've arrived at my hostel. I was super tired when I got here, as evidenced by the bags under my eyes. So I pretty much just promptly fell asleep. That was around 10 when I finally got here, and so then I woke up at around 12:30, felt a bit more refreshed, took a shower, and then got a tour of the hostel. But I have to say, out of all of the hostels I've been to around the world, this actually might be my favorite. They all have their own unique things that make them really great, but combining all of those things together, this one's my favorite. The location's fantastic. There's a bunch of areas like this where you can work or, charge everything if you need to. They have their own curtains within the bed, so you can have some privacy, a little charging spot for your phone, and your own light in your bed, which is always nice. Your own little cubbies within the bed, so you can lock things up close to you. And it is the cheapest one in the area. So win-win-win. My plan right now is just to go to the southern tip and work my way north as the weather changes, because we're at the end of their summer season right now. So as they're turning to fall, I want to work my way north and get into the areas that are staying warm. And so I will be ending here. I'm only in this area for 2 days just to get settled in, get my COVID test, do everything like I said. So I probably won't show you much of Buenos Aires right now. I'll probably show you a lot of that when I come back here before I fly out. So yeah. Just got all of these groceries for $4, so that's great. I also just found this bad lab. We will see how hot Argentina hot is. Bus shuttle? Okay.
Terminal Madero, which is near from where we are.
Okay.
Terminal Madero to Ezeiza.
Alright, so I arrived about 3.5 to 4 hours early to my flight because I had issues that first day with flying and didn't want to have any issues again. So I knew my bag was heavier than it was supposed to be, and I thought I'd have to spend some time fixing that. Got here. It took me approximately 2 minutes to get through. They didn't even mention the fact that my bag was overweight, and then it took me about 90 seconds to get through TSA. So I figured I have a lot of work to do. I can just get some work done on my computer. Little did I know that the outlets here were going to be the only one that I don't have an adapter to. Throughout Argentina, there are 2 different types, and most have both, but this one is just the one that I don't have. So I can't charge my computer to work, and I thought I would just grab some coffee while I worked, and turns out there's just a tiny little convenience area, a drugstore, and a telephone booth, all of which say they're open 25 hours, all of which are closed. Just kind of sitting here for the next 4 hours, but it's okay.
This is our kitchen. You find here the breakfast, 8 to 10:30. In the backside we have the showers.
Okay, thank you very much.
The city is very, very safe. Okay? It's not Buenos Aires, Madrid, Nueva York. You're back. Here you found in the.
Oh, good.
My little child, age is 10 p.m. and playing in the park in front of your house is...
It's so good. Oh, he's so happy. Hi. Oh my goodness, so cute. I know. Oh, you want some too, huh? Come here. Hi. All right, I'm off for the day. I have actually a pretty big day ahead of me. First, heading to the bank because I've recently learned that everything is significantly cheaper if you pay with cash. So I'm gonna go take a transfer so that I can get some Argentinian pesos and pay with that more often. Then I also need to stop at a pharmacy because I forgot to pack deodorant and it's obvious. I'm gonna need to grab fuel for my stove, and then I need to get groceries because I'm gonna probably start headed towards the national park tomorrow, I'm thinking. So I need to get everything for that. Luckily, the hostel I'm in has a really, not large selection, but pretty decent selection of public use food that people usually leave when they're leaving the area. So there was a few things in there that I can get that I don't have to buy. And then I have a little bit more work to do before I actually head out. So I could not believe it, but I found a vegan cafe down here that I'm very excited for because for like the last year, Trey can testify, I've been talking about wanting carrot cake and it looks like they have it. So I'm gonna go have coffee and a piece of carrot cake and get some work done. I've only been here, I got in late last night and then I've only been awake for like 2 hours so far. But so far, I really like it here. It's not at all surprising that it is very reminiscent of when I was in Chile, and I love it. This is amazing. So I'm so excited to show you guys more as more develops. All right, so I found the Western Union and learned what I need to do. So I need to go back and find Wi-Fi again so that I can download the Western Union app and then do the transfer and then receive it there. I also can't quite express how disheartening it is to think I'm doing okay with my Spanish and then try to have a conversation at a bank about transferring funds, all of which are words I don't know. Yeah, makes me really happy that we are still wearing masks because then at least she can't see how stupid my face looks as I try to figure out what she's saying. So. I just found the spot where all of the sailboats are anchored. So who knows, maybe that'll be us someday down here. I know it's an extremely dangerous spot to sail and it's not really on our path for the first few years. But once we have more experience, I would not be surprised if one of these boats ends up being us someday. Got all the groceries that I'll need for the next several days for $6. Actually, it was about 600 pesos, so depending on the exchange, it's actually closer to $3, which is awesome.
Bahía Ensenada, en la costera, and the principal point is La Pataya. We are looking, okay? This is the national park area. This one. You start there.
You start there?
Yes.
Okay.
The Tranquera de Andorra, Laguna del Caminante, and in the backside is the glacier. Laguna Esmeralda, Glaciar del Albino. Turquesa mountain is Olivia. This is the Cerro Cinco Hermanos.
I'm getting my bag ready for tomorrow, and I found a hole in my bladder, so I'm trying to get it patched up right now. Hopefully I keep Gorilla Tape on my trekking poles, so I've got it ready, and hopefully it'll hold so that everything in my bag doesn't get wet tomorrow. We'll see. I'm drying it off completely, and we'll lift it and check. I'll hang it up in the room for a few minutes before I actually pack it away. But before it was a pretty consistent drip, so at least fixed the major part. I might add just a little bit more just to be safe, but at least this is holding, which is good. The southernmost post office in the world. Luckily, straight from the post office is the start of my trail. Oh, this awesome, massive spider. Wish I had a better lens so that I could show you guys just how cool they look. I don't know if I've ever seen so many mosquitoes at once. I wanted to have this heavy day with all my weight and the day summiting